So, Ari,
Yes, Rockwell.
I can't help but feel like Disney is finally starting something new.
You can bet on it, Rockwell. I agree.
Do you think that they're still sticking with the status quo?
I think they're doing a fabulous job.
Huh. Yeah, I think so. I mean, they're finally breaking free from all of that jazz.
They are soaring beyond expectations.
Now we're here just screaming. So, to move past those horrible, lovely puns, we're going to be talking about High School Musical, the series, the TV spot, the TV show, the video game, the movie, the live action rom com, the series. I ran out of things to say. The theater experience, the musical, the series. I finally got to say it, and I'm happy about it. Because the title is so weird.
It is weird. High
Like,
School Musical, the musical series.
it's like the funnest word to say.
The funnest, honest couple of words to say.
And you just made it seem funner in a weird way by saying that.
More fun.
Yes.
Funner. Also, funnest wouldn't be a word either. Anyway, well, maybe it is. I don't know.
Anyway, so we're going to be talking in this podcast. We're going to be reviewing the first 5 episodes of High School Musical, the series, season 1. And on the record, we're both actually pretty big fans of the original High School Musical movies.
We are.
What would your favorite movie be?
High School Musical 2, for sure. I have such fond memories.
Mine would be High School Musical 3.
Yeah.
It hit the emotional notes for me.
It's just very much nostalgia. Like I told you, when I was a child, my parents thought it was a great idea to have a High School Musical party, just the 4 of us, mom, dad, sister. And I dressed up as Ryan, and my sister dressed up as Sharpay.
Question: when you say child, how old were you?
I was like 10 or 11.
Damn, you make me feel old. I think I was like in high school when High School Musical came
Yeah,
out.
you old. I was in 5th grade when the first High School Musical came out.
Bullshit. No.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, maybe 8th grade. Maybe 8th grade is the grade I was in.
Okay.
There's no way in hell. No way.
I was in 5th grade when High School Musical came out. I know because our graduation song was "We're All in This Together" and we had to dance to it. I know I was in 5th grade.
I must have been in middle school.
I was in high school when High School Musical 3 came out.
High School Musical 2, I remember, came out when I first got MySpace.
Wow. I wasn't even lucky enough to have Facebook until I was in like the 8th grade.
Anyways, we're getting off a little topic.
Whatever.
So if you
You're old. This is Rockwell's a grandpa.
I'm like 28, you're like 24. 4
I'm
years
glad
older.
you remembered my age. Good for you.
Shut up, man. So if you guys don't know the premise of High School Musical, the series, funnest word to say.
Most fun.
You grammar Nazi. Basically, it doesn't follow really the movie. It's like a completely different thing.
Basically, what it is the high school that High School Musical was filmed at. There's a new drama teacher that wants to recreate the play of High School Musical because it's the same place, the same setting. So that's how all this started.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the only, besides the school and besides, the fact that they're making a musical out of the movies, that's really the only similarities. The rest of it is like...
And they sing songs from High School Musical.
Yeah, I think like so far there's only been 2 songs.
Yeah, they mix it up between originals and...
Mainly it's original songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, for the most part though, it's really its own original content. And in my personal opinion, I personally find it to be better than the movies.
Really?
Oh yeah, I mean it deals with more serious topics that the High School Musical movies never even dealt with.
That's true.
I mean, just so you guys know, there will be spoilers because we are going to be talking episode by episode.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they deal with a gay couple, and personally, I feel like Disney knows how to deal with gay couples. They don't shove it in your face. It's very subtle, and honestly, it's cute.
I think, to be honest, from my opinion, I think that they took a lot of inspiration from Glee.
That too. I mean, I've only seen one episode of Glee.
If you watch Glee now, you're gonna look at it and say, "Oh yeah,
High
they
School Musical
definitely,
totally took away from that.
yeah." It really. I mean, that doesn't mean it's bad. I love both the shows dearly. And after I finished Glee and I was done with my emotional breakdown because there was no more Glee, I was like, I don't know if there'll ever be another show like this. And now here we are with High School Musical, the musical, the series. And I think they're on the same track that Glee was on.
Yeah. Which I don't know if Glee had the same, because it's like a mixture of Glee and The Office.
No, Glee had someone
Glee
who,
had that camera thing.
yeah,
Oh, I did not know that.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, no, it deals with like gay couples. One of the characters is dealing with the idea of his parents, having a divorce, relationship issues. It's a lot more serious stuff that high schoolers can deal with, teenagers specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel these actors, in my opinion, are good. What do you think?
I think most of them are pretty good.
Or you said most of them?
Yeah.
It's the gay guy, isn't it?
No,
Sharpay.
no. I really don't like the guy who plays EJ.
He
a
looks so
pain.
fucking familiar. I still can't pinpoint it.
I don't know. He's irritating.
Why were you about to lick my mic?
You put it up to me like it was a lollipop or something.
I was just putting it closer so you could speak louder into it.
Anyway, I'm speaking just fine.
Well, I'm only doing it because in the first one, we could hear each other fine, but I think it's when it's quiet, your apartment's like it has a big echo.
Yeah.
So that's one reason why. But yeah, so you don't like EJ?
I don't know. I don't know if I don't like him as a character or if I don't like the actor.
As a character, he's shitty.
Yeah.
Like he's shitty in a good way.
No, he's not good at all.
I'm
What
saying
are you talking about?
No, I'm saying shitty in a good way in terms of he is such a bad person that it's the writing for him is good.
Yeah.
Make
But
you
I
not
think
like him.
the other girl is worse, and I forgot her name.
I call her Sharpay 2.0.
Yeah. I don't know her name. I wish I knew, but she was like a transfer student.
Yeah, she's a transfer student. I guess she went to 5 different schools.
Yeah.
Before she came to this one.
Mm-hmm.
And personally, my favorite actor so far is Ricky. Something about Ricky I like him a lot.
I like Mimi.
Mimi's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Cute in like that innocent type of adorable way.
Yeah.
She's more than likely underage. That's why I wanted to clarify what I fucking meant.
At least she's playing an underage girl, I guess.
I don't even know how old they are.
I don't know either.
I don't really want to look
Because when like for example, Hannah Montana, the brother, Jason Earls or whatever his name was.
Jason Earls.
I always thought he was like 17. He was fucking like 35 years old.
No, I actually saw a video about that. He said he was actually 27 when he
Is that crazy? But you would never know. So like,
I'm looking it up. Boy, I don't feel like a pedophile. How fucking old is she? Oh no!
Well, anyway, let's move on from that topic.
Like I said, I just said adorable in terms of innocent way.
No,
she has that innocent personality.
She's a cute child.
Oh, I think I hear the police at the door now.
Anyway.
So I think it's better than the first 3 movies. I think it deals with more serious topics. So in terms, I do like it. I will say I feel like the last episode or 2, it's kind of toned down on the drama a little bit. I feel
the tides are changing for the characters.
It's more like subtle endings because when we first started watching the first 3 episodes, we're like, "Why the fuck did you end it on here?"
Yeah.
But so for me at least, in terms of not spoiling anything, because I think we haven't spoiled anything really.
No.
Except gay couples. I personally really like the show.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
course I like the show. That's why we watch it every time we can.
Yeah, and then and just so you guys know, we thought it'd be. I mean, I was the one who brought the idea of doing it after the first 5 episodes. I think it's a good idea to do it this way. That way, it's split in half because the show only had this and the Mandalorian, which we'll probably watch eventually. They only have 10 episodes in each season.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So both shows are gonna their first season's gonna end
Baby Yoda, baby Yoda.
Girl. But no, the first seasons for both shows are gonna end in January.
What are we gonna do without that show? They better bring it on like in summer for High School Musical 2 kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, summer vacation.
Yeah.
Oh my God, are they actually gonna do
They better.
Oh, I could see them doing that.
Anyways,
let's talk about the first episode. And I mean, really, episode 1 does exactly what the first episode of a series would do, which is
introduce the characters, the setting, the plot.
Yeah, basically set up the plot and all that. And really, we basically told you what your plot is. A lady comes in, she's the new drama teacher, and she wants to create a musical based on High School Musical in the actual school it did it at.
But the best song ever comes out of that episode.
Oh yeah.
I think kinda you know. I think kinda you know.
It's a really cute song.
Like the way that we flow. That one.
No.
I like the way that we go.
Yeah, that's a good song.
'Cause, I think kinda you know.
Like, honestly, when he started singing it, I was just like trying to support him as much as I could, and then hoping he would say "I love you."
But like that's another like main plot point is like Mimi and Ricky were a couple the year before in school.
No, not the year before. It was they were together for a year.
Yeah.
But during summer,
they broke up because he was afraid to say "I love you," which is where that song comes into play.
Yeah, she made a video for him on Instagram of all fucking places.
I know.
And basically said "I love you" to him, and he basically got scared, like most teenage boys would at that age.
And then she met a boy at drama camp that she ended up dating.
EJ. To the max.
And we'll get into EJ more later. He's not really in the first episode too much.
No, he's just really there for to cause some tension. Because once Rich, the main character's name is Rich, right?
No, Ricky.
Ricky? I don't know why I'm saying Rich. Ricky, he realizes something about Nini. Is it Mimi or Nini?
Yes, it's Nini. I've been saying Mimi, but it's Nini. Oops.
Either way. So he goes to the auditions and tries to impress her, tries to win her back by joining the musical. And so he sings the song that she sang to him. Granted, when you look at her face, she looks like she's happy to see it, but at the same time, she's like, bitch, really? But then, this is where I lost my shit. When she started singing...
Soren? Was it Soren?
No. This could be the start of something new.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I absolutely loved the new meaning to the song.
Yeah. Because
I felt like the song was really random in the first movie.
It's like, hey, we're at a New Year's party. Let's do karaoke.
Yeah, it was just, that was the only random song in the movie. I liked the song, but it was so random. But here, as soon as she gets up, she's all nervous and all that. And Ricky, he comes up with a flashlight on his phone, and EJ does the same thing. And the lyrics just match exactly what she's feeling at that point. And what's funny too? I noticed in the future episodes, they don't have scenes like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I mean, like where like she's singing, she flashes to where she's just on center stage singing.
Sure.
Everything else is very much staged. Which is fine. I'm not complaining. But that's basically the first episode. Actually, what happened at the end of the first episode?
They got the callbacks, and it ended up.
Oh yeah.
That Nini was going to be Vanessa, and Ricky was going to be Troy, which made EJ and the transfer girl jealous.
Yeah, because the transfer girl.
What is the transfer girl's name?
Hey, let's see. Sophie Wilde. I think that's actually the actress name. The character name.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Um.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. But yeah, no. EJ was originally auditioning for Troy. He was hoping to get Troy, but he didn't think Ricky would actually win. Ricky Bowen, Nene.
Gina.
I told you, Gina.
Gina.
So
Mm-hmm.
okay, so Sophia Wiley. That name sounds familiar.
Mm.
Olivia Rodrigo as Nene, Joshua Bassett as Ricky, Matt Cornett as EJ, and Sophia Wiley as Gina. Gina being Sharpay 2.0. So yeah, so they get the call sheets and they find out who gets the auditions,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how the episode ends.
Yes.
And that was like the first thing that made us go, damn, I want to watch more.
It's true. Episode 2 now.
Now, episode 2, I remember bits and pieces of. It was a good episode, but it was mainly dealing with, what was it?
It was like Nene was really into the play, and Ricky didn't really know what he was doing. He didn't really care. He just wanted to get back with Nene until eventually he realized that he wanted to care.
Yeah, that he actually practiced.
And he practiced.
And he actually was improving.
Yeah.
And then that's when he sends that's when you hear the next song, which I don't remember, but it's a song that she was singing with EJ's cousin. And it was actually a really good song.
I don't think that was the second episode, though.
It was.
No.
Yeah. Because the second...
She was singing with EJ's cousin?
Yeah.
Oh, on the piano?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because in that episode, after that happened, that's when Ricky texted her.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, no, he didn't text her yet.
No.
So, EJ, he's like getting all this jealousy, and he basically is trying to figure out a way to get, Nene's phone. And eventually, what the fuck was her name?
Gina.
She steals Nene's phone and puts it in EJ's backpack.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how the episode ends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
And that was a pretty good episode. And I will say, all the music so far is good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like really good. I don't know if I would say it's better than High School Musical music yet, but
we also find out that Ricky's family is having some problems.
Oh yeah.
We find out that Ricky's mom is in Chicago, and she's staying there for a little while. So Ricky kind of gets the hint that something's going on with his dad and the mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then episode 3 deals with the repercussions of EJ taking Nene's phone, even though it was Gina.
Mm-hmm.
Nene is looking all over for her phone, and she ends up stealing all of Gina's stuff.
That was pretty funny. Like,
That
she was stealing everything, like laptops, like shoes. Like, I didn't know how she fit it all in her backpack. I'm like,
oh yeah,
dang.
she had a lot of shit in her
And then
backpack.
it was funny because it was her, and she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then like her friend like dumps all the stuff that she stole from Gina on the bed, and it was just like, girl, me too. We're in so much trouble. I thought that was pretty
Just
funny.
in case, Nene's friend's name is Courtney.
Okay, Courtney, yeah. Yeah, so Nene and Courtney stole a bunch of stuff from Gina.
And the reason why is because she fully believes that Gina is the one who stole the phone.
Yeah, but it was really EJ, and they don't find that out until the end of the episode.
Oh yeah, because Ricky, he texted Nene to say like, I felt something here.
Yeah.
And then that's when EJ sees the text message and deletes it.
And the whole time, Ricky's thinking that Nene has heard this message and is just ignoring him. So that drives him crazy, too.
Oh, yeah. And then at the end of the episode, EJ finally confronts Ricky after slamming a basketball in his face, which looked like a cold sore in the next episode.
Yeah, that was weird.
And, after confronting him, he accidentally tells him that, that he saw the text message.
Mm-hmm.
Which Ricky thought she shared it with him, and he confronted her.
Yeah, and that's how she knew that EJ was saying stuff about her. Or saying stuff about Ricky and stealing the phone. So, I think that's pretty much for that episode. Yeah. But I really like episode 4. I feel like episode 4 is dramatic.
Except that damn last song. Or that song that EJ sings.
That song is probably the worst one so far. him trying to apologize to Nene through the song, and even his cousin is like, let's not sing that song for her. Let's find a different way to do this. Um, and this is also the episode where Ricky finds out that his parents are officially separating. And that's really hard for him to handle. And that's when he truly realizes that he wants to be a part of the play because it's a way to escape from home.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, I really felt that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my parents aren't divorced, but I know, maybe I shouldn't say this out loud, but you know what? It's a podcast, and I want to be honest with people. My parents, they have their issues. I think most people's parents have issues.
Yeah.
And while I've never really suffered something tragic like that, I at least can put myself in their shoes and see how they feel. And that's why, once that scene happened, that's where I was like, Ricky, he's the actor who plays Ricky, he does a splendid job.
Mm-hmm.
I think he really sells the role, and I feel for the character.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. And then in the episode too, you know, Nene and EJ, they basically break up. She blocks his number.
Right.
That's where he sings that song. It might be. No, I don't think it was in episode 3. So it was episode 4, definitely. So there's 2 songs in episode 4.
What's the second song?
The one she sings when she's talking about Ricky and EJ.
Oh, yeah.
Which I thought was a really good song. You actually were really like digging the song.
I did really like that song. I think she really had a good explanation of how like a young person would feel being stuck in between 2 decisions and realizing that she made a wrong choice and to move on kind of thing. And as she was singing that song, her mom knocks on the door, and then she goes downstairs and she sees Ricky's shoes. And she's like, Mom, what is this about? And it ended up Ricky is going to be staying at their house since he doesn't really want to be home right now. And I guess he felt safe at their house.
For a moment.
For a moment. But they had kind of been like a good time, like after a little bit. After the initial shock that they were going to be hanging out together, I think. Didn't he go in for a kiss or tried to?
Oh, I think they both did a little bit.
Yeah, and then they stopped themselves.
Oh, well, she stopped herself. Ricky,
Yeah.
he was going full throttle.
Yeah.
That boner did not know what he was doing.
They're children, but okay.
That don't stop me from making bad jokes. I am sorry. The police don't come and get me.
Anyway, this is what happens when you watch a show that is not in your age demographic.
I'm going to say this right now, though. I mean, when you really think about it, Disney doesn't know how to, you know, they hire people who look like teenagers, but they're
exactly.
they're
That's
really
what
past
I'm
18.
saying.
So it's hard to tell. You can't blame me for this shit. Anyway, down to episode 5, which was the last episode, Homecoming.
I thought it was pretty good. I don't know, actually thinking about it, I think every episode has had some sort of drama.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, in this one, Nene, Courtney, and the drama teacher, Miss Jen.
Weird. Which is weird.
That is weird. That's a little... Well, I mean, granted, she's not a teacher.
They have, instead of going to homecoming dance, they have girls' night. Which, yes, we forgot to mention that the new drama teacher, Miss Jen, she doesn't actually have a teaching license. And the STEM teacher is out to get her.
Oh, yeah.
For that. So they go bowling for game night, and they go to it's like a bowling and a karaoke place, where is that? Because I want to go. They go bowling, and then EJ and Gina go to homecoming together, and I think, what about, who's the gay couple?
I don't know their name.
I don't know their names, but it's the choreographer and then the boy who's playing Sharpay. They decided that they were going to go to homecoming together, but when the choreographer showed up at homecoming, his date wasn't there, and he was very sad.
Carlos and Seb.
Carlos and Seb.
Carlos is the choreographer. Seb is the one who's playing Sharpay.
Okay.
Which is still different because Seb's a guy that he's one. Carlos and Seb are the gay couple, and Seb is the one playing Sharpay.
It's 2019.
I know, but
Almost 2020.
I know, but man,
Not a big deal.
I'm not saying it's a big deal. I'm just stop
Ah.
singing.
Anyway.
Anyway, they go to bowling and karaoke. Nini has stage fright because she feels like that's really stage fright, but
She's just depressed.
well, no, she doesn't want to sing. She said that she didn't want to sing because she feels like when it comes to singing that it's basically all based off a lie because oh, that's another thing. She only got the role because EJ food poisoned.
At the drama club. A
Yeah,
drama summer camp that she
yeah,
went to.
yeah. So because of that, that's how she got the role of Gabriella. So now that's scaring
Well,
her from
no.
the idea of singing.
No. At the summer camp when EJ and her first met, whatever play they were putting on then, she was the understudy. So in order to impress her or to like get with her, he decided to food poison the main actress so that the understudy, which is Nini, would get to play the part on opening night.
See, I completely missed that.
Well, there you go. So now Nini finds this out along with him stealing the phone, and it just completely destroys her confidence. So she's at the karaoke place and she's like, I don't want to sing, I don't want to dance, nothing. And her friend, what's her friend's name again?
Courtney.
Courtney's like, well, you should because you're really good at it.
And that's one of my favorite songs they started singing.
Yeah, they started singing a song that at first we both thought kind of like the scenery looked like
The Boys Are Back.
Yeah, a scene from High School Musical 3. But it wasn't. It was like a girl power song, and then they show Carlos, and he goes out on the dance floor and dances on his own because he's getting his self confidence too. And then his date walks in, and they dance together, and it's cute.
Oh yeah, did you say that Seb kind of stood him up?
Well, kinda. Seb lives on a farm, so he said something like his animals got out or something. He had to help his parents herd them back in. But then they were together and they danced, and it was cute. But the best part of the episode was Ricky's dad was at the bowling alley.
Oh yeah, he was hitting Miss Jan up.
And he saw Miss Jan at the bar and decided that it was his time to prowl. So that should be the start of something interesting.
No. It's supposed to be it should be the start of something new.
I held myself back from that pun.
You don't hold yourself back from the puns,
Okay.
Ari. You say the puns and you make the puns.
All right. If you say so.
I sounded so angry. I'm sorry. Anyways. So yeah, and then episode 5, Ricky finally stands up to, what was her name?
Gina.
He finally stands up to Gina and says exactly what's on his mind about her and what he feels everyone else says about her. She gets pretty hurt by that. And the reason why he does that too is because he knows that she's purposely trying to make Nini jealous by going to the homecoming dance with EJ.
Because Gina's whole goal here is to have Nini step down as the lead role of Vanessa in the High School Musical play.
Mm-hmm. So because of that, she has an argument with EJ. We don't even know what was said.
Yeah.
And Ricky goes to comfort her, and he drives her home, and she gives him a kiss goodnight on the cheek. Not on the lips, on the cheek.
On the cheek. Friendly kiss.
I don't know about that. You see the preview for the next episode?
It's going to be interesting.
There ain't going to be no friendliness soon. So that is our thoughts of... that's our thoughts
That's
so far.
That's your final thought.
That's our thoughts so far on episode 1 through 5 of High School Musical, the series.
Mm-hmm.
What's your hopes for the rest of the season?
I hope that they put more music in it. I feel like they've been lacking on the music for a show called High School Musical, the series.
That's true. Like, what are you talking about? Like, music in general or the music from the show?
I feel like there was more music in the beginning, but I don't know. Like, more High School Musical music.
I felt the same way. Like, it's very rare in between. Like, you hear a little bit of status quo. You hear a little bit about, what's the fucking song? It's after, It's hard to believe that I can see
This
you,
feeling like
no
no
other.
I
Want
want
you
you to
to
know that
know.
I never had someone.
Whatever that song title is. You hear that
That
one.
I've been looking for?
Yeah. Oh, Bop to the Top.
That's not Bops to the
No,
Top.
Bop to the Top was also in it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So really, it's the songs from the movies aren't fully in it. The only one that really was Something New. But the other ones, they had an appearance, but I think I understand what you mean. Like just a little bit more representation
Mhm.
of what you're
Mhm.
basing it off of.
Mhm.
Which like we said, the music is good except EJ's song.
Mhm.
EJ's song is not bad, but it just was cringy.
Yeah.
And that's about it. And
Yeah.
can I just say this was a lot more successful than the Full House podcast?
Full House. You
We,
did one on Full House.
the Rockier podcast did one on the Full House TV show and series. I think the reason
Well, there's
why
way too much to cover.
that's why I think it failed because we didn't plan that one out. We just did it, and yeah, we should have just focused season by season.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, we will do a final season review once the last episode of the season is out, and we will give you guys our full thoughts by then.
Yeah. Bye.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh.
The last. Oh, wait. How many episodes is in this season? It says there's 8.
Oh, there's only 8. Well, then we'll see you in 3 episodes.
Number of episodes 5 already released. I know The Mandalorian has 10 episodes, so I guess this only has 8 episodes?
Oh no.
Ooh, in October of 2019, ahead of release, Disney Plus renewed the series for a second season.
Thank goodness. Would not revolve around.
Wait, what?
It's not going to revolve around High School Musical 2. Damn it.
They're really trying to make this original, and I'm perfectly
Well, they
fine
might
with
be
that.
extending because if you look at episode 8, it says tech rehearsal, so it's not like the actual show.
That's true. So episode 9 and 10 might be the last two.
Yeah,
Maybe they don't want to spoil anything.
maybe.
So that be? Oh yeah, because it's supposed to end in January. Huh. Well, either way, thank you guys for listening, and we will see you guys again in the next podcast.
Bye.
And just so you guys know, eventually we will be doing a full-on actual podcast discussion where we're going to be talking about different topics. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
And eventually I'm going to see how we can do this on SoundCloud because I think SoundCloud is very limited on the uploads. There will be a link to our YouTube channel once it is ready, so keep an eye out for that as well.
Look out.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.